My name is Gordon McRae, and I've got a secret.
I've Got a Secret, brought to you tonight by Green Whip. The whip topping with country fresh flavor from General Foods. Live from New York, here is I've Got a Secret, starring Gary Moore.
Thanks very much. Thank you, good evening, and welcome to another edition of I've Got a Secret. I would like to welcome our handsome and beautiful panel who are beautiful Bill Cullen, handsome Betsy Palmer, gorgeous Henry Morgan, and handsome Bess Myers. That is our... And the reason that I saved all the lovey-dovey adjectives for Henry and Bill is because, as you might have noticed, they are decked out in very fancy vests tonight. And the reason they're wearing those vests is because I asked them to, for reasons that will become obvious a little later. But right now, let's meet our first guest tonight, who happens to be a friend of mine, I'm proud to say, one of America's great magicians. Here is Milburn Christopher. How are you, hometown?
Fine, excellent.
Milburn and I started out in this business together. Now, Milburn, if you'll whisper your secret to me, we will reveal it at the same time to the audience at home, and here we go. Oh, boy. All right. The clue concerns something that Milburn Christopher is going to do, and we'll start the show with Betsy, please.
Mr. Christopher, does it involve magic?
Not really.
It doesn't involve your trade at all?
Not really.
This is, however, something of a technicality. Magicians would not call this magic. I find it fairly astounding. Let's put it that way.
Is it something you're going to do as far as the panel is concerned?
You could say partially.
Partially. You're going to do it to maybe the men on the panel instead of the girls?
You could say partially.
$20 down, $60 to go, and a very suspicious-looking Henry Morgan.
I have a theory.
You have a sore throat. Another thing.
It's a theoretical frog. Mr. Christopher, are you going to, is it fair if I take a flying jump at this? Because I could be wrong.
Sure, sure.
I have a feeling that we wore the vests so that you could take them off without taking off our jackets. I should explain, Gary, that I am also a telepathist, and I sent that thought over to you.
Oh, but that's what it was. You should have hypnotized him so he couldn't guess it, and we wouldn't be already in time trouble.
Oh, boy.
Well, the reason I asked Bill and Henry to wear those vests tonight was because Milburn requested it, and he will now proceed to remove the vests the hard way, and he'll do it without taking off their jackets. Now, this sounds impossible. You say it is not magic.
No, it's not magic. You could call it logic or applied mathematics.
In other words, in theory, any one of us could figure out how to do it, and could then do it with friends of ours if we could follow the steps logically, right?
Any intelligent person.
Oh, well, now we're in trouble. We're in trouble. All right, now, I'll tell you what we'll do. We'll start with Betsy and Bill. If you'll both just rise where you are.
But I don't have a vest on.
Stay tuned, friends. Now, Betsy, I want you to try, as you will, to remove Bill's vest without in any way removing his jacket.
I can unbutton it.
You can unbutton it, yes. Now, see if you can figure out it. As Milburn says, it's all logic.
You're my what?
You know, if he has a wide enough sleeve, I can go. You have to cooperate, though.
Cooperate? I can't do anything but.
I've gone down here to the grip. Now.
Huh? That's right. It was a Gary, Betsy, save yourself the trouble. Milburn says that's wrong. Gary, the last time this happened to me, it was a policewoman on the subway.
No, we'll never get to that.
You'll never get it on again either.
Oh, dear.
Oh, scratch his back while you're there.
Here we go. Well,
Thank you.
should I button him up so that,
Well, that shows you what logic does for our Betsy.
well, women aren't supposed to be logical.
No, that's true. I ain't gonna fight you there. Now, Henry, if you will come out stage center, and Milburn will show you where he wants you to stand, the best camera angles and all that, and don't fear for that lovely brocaded vest, because nothing will happen to it.
Would you step down here? I would like to say this is the fanciest vest I've ever worked with. And also, please don't pull, tug, or strain, or it might have an adverse effect on your vest. Oh, just look. Right.
Did you unbutton?
Now, if you have anything in your coat pockets or vest pockets... Took it out. Oh, you took it out. Right. You're ready. I'm ready. Here we go. Removing the vest without removing a coat. Bend up, but don't pull. Bend up, but don't pull.
Henry, come, Henry!
Arms up high, arms up high. Take a very deep breath to this point. You have a deep breath. And removing a vest without removing a coat. It's all done with the sleeve. Look. And that's how it's done. What happened? I don't know. What did you do?
I can see all over America more vests are going to be torn off of more husbands tonight. People are trying to figure out how this is done. If it doesn't come easy, don't pull because you're going to bust something. Milton, thank you very much. I would love to see an encore of them. I'm sure the folks would, but unfortunately I'm not wearing a vest.
I can show you a little different operation. For example,
What?
anyone can take off a tie like this. That's quite
Quite simple.
simple.
I can do that.
Now, hold out your arm.
Hold out my
Wiggle
arm.
your finger.
Wiggle my finger.
Hold out this arm. You're
Wiggle
unbuttoning
your
the finger.
Unbuttoning the button.
Right? Now, I want you to relax.
Relax.
Breathe. In, out. Keep breathing.
Well, I'll try to do that, yes. I'll try to keep breathing at all costs.
The most difficult part is unbuttoning the buttons.
Yes, on a new shirt this happens to be.
Now, this looks impossible, but watch.
And look. And look, the sleeves are still intact. Nothing was torn. How did the armholes...
Nice to have seen you.
Nice to see you, too. Melvin, we'll be back with you again in just a minute, but first here's an interesting message from a friend of ours.
Now, I've got a secret I want to share. My family suddenly loves salad, and that's a switch. Here's what did it. I started using Good Season's Italian salad dressing mix. You try it. It's different from bottled dressing. One of the world's greatest recipes, zesty, with flavor you can't find in bottled dressing. You make it different, fresh. Use this handsome bottle for mixing and serving. It's free when you buy the mix attached. Follow measurements marked. Just add salad oil and vinegar to the mix. There's Italian dressing, touched with garlic, onions, sweet red peppers. And it always comes out perfect. Here's flavor you can't find in bottled dressing. Why don't you share my secret tomorrow? Try Good Season's Italian salad dressing.
Good season.
Forgive me, the staff kindly presented me with an ascot, which they had here, and I didn't know the use of. Now I know what I'm doing. I didn't have a chance to put my shirt back on again. All right, now may we have our next contestants, please? Would you come in? Now, just make yourself comfortable, and good evening to you, sir. Nice to have you with us. Now, let's find out first about the lady as to what her name is and where she is from.
Mrs. Francis Lynn, Baltimore.
Mrs. Lynn's, L-I-N-Z, from Baltimore, Maryland. That makes 3 Baltimoreans we've had on tonight. Melbourne, myself, and Mrs. Lynn. And this gentleman is her son, the brilliant utility infielder for the American League champions, Phil Linz of the New York Yankees. Tonight, however, he is referred to as my son, the ball player. Now, Phil, congratulations to you and all the Yankees on winning the pennant again.
Thank you.
Wonderful to have you here, especially in these hectic couple of days before the series starts. So if you will whisper your secret to me, we'll show it at the same time to the audience at home. Well, now that's not too terribly unusual. I've seen that done. Well, what's the rest of it? Oh, no. Time will clue to Phil Lindsay's secret concerns something he did. We'll start the game with, let's start with, Henry gets the last one, so we'll go with Besley.
All right, thank you, Gary. Mrs. Linz, does this have anything to do with your participating in some baseball exhibition with Phil tonight?
No.
No. Did you teach him how to play ball?
No.
Oh. It has nothing to do with sports then, does it, Phil?
Oh, yes.
Oh, yes, it does. Are you going to do something on the stage tonight?
No.
Does it have something to do with the first game of the series?
No.
All right, $20 down, $60 to go. We go, please, to Bill Collins.
Phil, is this something you did when you were much younger?
No.
Did you do it this season?
Yes, I did.
Was it done in a ballpark?
Yes.
In a regulation game?
Yes.
Was it something you can be proud of having done?
I guess I'm proud of it. It's very unusual. I guess I am proud of it.
It's more unusual than he is proud of it. Let's put it that way.
Is it the kind of thing that would bring the fans to their feet in loud applause?
Not loud applause, I don't think.
Were the fans present, Phil, at the time it happened? Were they aware of what you had done?
No, they weren't.
All right, $40 down and $40 to go. We go, please, to Betsy Paul.
Mrs. Linz, were you present at the game when this happened?
Yes. She didn't.
Your mother caught a fly that you hit into the grandstand?
No.
No. Did, were you called out?
No.
No. Did it have to do with hitting the ball?
Yes.
Did it have to... You weren't on the field, Mrs. Linz. No, not on the field, no. But you were in the grandstand.
$60 down, $20 to go, and we go to Henry Morgan.
Phil, pardon me, was this a result of your hitting the ball?
Yes, it was.
Was it a foul?
Yes.
Did it hit your mother?
Yes.
He hit a foul ball, and out of 29,000 people sitting in the stands, that ball hit his dear mother. Now, how about that? Now, of course, I know that you weren't hurt.
No, it just hurt a few days.
Just a little black and blue.
Wasn't too much.
But you must have been surprised when you trying to... yes,
The only thing you could possibly do is turn to the people and say, "That's my boy."
Were you trying to catch the ball?
Oh, I ducked and it hit me on the shoulder.
Oh, dear. Well, then the man behind you actually caught the
Yes,
ball.
the man behind me caught the ball and he gave the ball to me.
How did he find out you were Phil's mother?
I told you.
I'll bet you did. She said, "Henry, that's my boy. That's my boy." Well, with the series just a couple of days off, Phil, I'm sure that the Yankees are all prepared to meet the Dodgers. Would you care to go out on a limb and make a prediction as to who you think might possibly win the series?
Well, Gary, I like to win in 4 straight, but I want to make a prediction that we'll win in 6. I'm sure.
Four straight? Haven't you forgotten about a fellow named Sandy Koufax?
Well, we have a fellow named Whitey Ford with us, too.
You have one?
We have a fellow by the name of Whitey Ford pitching against.
Whitey Ford ain't too bad. Well, that should be the pitcher's duel of the century, really. Ford and Koufax. Well, I want to wish you and the Yankees the best of luck in the series, and I know that you're going to be out there rooting for your son, aren't you?
Yes, I'm staying up for the World Series.
Good. You're going to stay for both of the games here in New York. Well, I want you to take this with you and wear it. I can tell she didn't teach you to play ball because she's got it on the wrong hand.
I don't know how to wear it.
Phil, you'll have to straighten her out on that. I'll give her a few pointers.
She taught me quite a bit.
I'll bet you she has one way or another. Thank you, Miguel. Now, what you see before you is a picture of luscious flavor, real, rich, melt-in-the-mouth flavor. That's what everybody wants in a topping. And Dream Whip dessert topping mix is bursting with cool, delicious, country fresh flavor. Now, let's see what our Dream Whip girl has whipped up for us tonight. Yeah, there you go. Jell-O chocolate pudding with Dream Whip floating on top. That looks good, doesn't it? Well, that is because Dream Whip never separates. It never melts. It never trickles down into the dessert. This means that you can fix desserts hours ahead of time. It also means that Dream Whip's country fresh flavor never melts away. So go ahead, get Dream Whip. And even if you've been limiting yourself to a small portion of dessert, remember that Dream Whip is only 14 calories per tablespoon serving. All it adds is flavor. Dream Whip with country fresh flavor, it's really a very fine product. Now it is time for us to meet our special guest for tonight, a young gentleman, it seems to me, who has everything going for him: talent, good looks, great voice, beautiful wife. All of this on display currently at the Empire Room at the Waldorf. Here is Gordon McRae.
Thank you. Nice to see you again, Gary.
Still a rest tonight, huh?
Well, yes, she's home looking in on us.
Good, good, good.
I hope she's home looking in on us.
Well, I think we should get right down to the business at hand, which is, of course, the secret that you brought with you tonight.
Well, yes, Gary, I was a little upset. I watched your show last week. We don't go on about 9:15, and after watching your and the panel's reaction to those teenage fads, why, even my two teenage daughters were a little upset. So my secret tonight might restore friendly relations with your teenage audience, which is best.
Well, I'm for that. Whisper your secret to me, and we'll reveal it to the audience at home. Here we go. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. All right. Lots of luck. Panel, the clue to Gordon's secret concerns something that's going to happen, and we'll start with Bill Cullen this time.
Gordon, is this going to happen jointly or to the entire group? Yes, Bill, it's going to happen jointly and with the entire group. Yes. Is it going to have something to do with teenage knowledge? Well, yes, and after last week's show, you could use a lot of teenage knowledge. Yeah. Are you going to teach us something, I hope, Gordon? Well, I think I might try to teach you something, yes. And you're going to do this to the panel members one at a time or all at once? Well, I prefer that if we could do it all at once, it would be much better.
Let's bring it. $20 down, $60 to go. We go, please, to a frightened-looking Betsy Palmer.
Not frightened, but is this something that only a teenager should do, really? Because we are beyond that age.
Yes.
Well, I'm not even sure the teenagers should do it, but...
That's right. Well, that's sort of they'd appreciate it if we all got together.
They'd appreciate it if we looked pretty idiotic, I bet.
No.
This is something that will make us look more like ladies and gentlemen than we are.
Well, yes, I think you can do this in a dignified
Do we
manner.
have to do this standing up?
No.
We do this sitting down?
You may do it sitting down, yes.
Mm-hmm.
$40 down, $40 to go. Forgive me, Betsy. We go to Henry.
Gordon, what do we have to sing? Yes, in a certain form, yes, Stanley, you might have to sing. And you guarantee that this will endear us to teenagers all over the country? I think after you might do whatever you're supposed to do, I think it might endear the teenagers. And well, after that, how about arranging something so I can also endear myself to the adults? That has to remain to be seen. Are you going to hand out parts? Yes, I'm going to hand out parts.
All right, with $60 down and $20 to go, we go to Bess Myers.
Parts of what?
Chicken.
First, let me say that Gordon and Sheila are just tremendous. And
Oh,
they're
thanks.
just terrific.
Well,
They're
so
really
I've heard.
great. Are we going to sing a little quartet or something?
You're going to sing, yes, part of a quartet.
Are we going to have to add any original lyrics? Are we going to do any creating at all? Because
Yes.
it's very difficult for
I
us.
think you'll have to really put your nose to the grindstone and create. It might be a little difficult, but if we all try, it'll all come out all right.
All right, we're ready.
All right, panel. When Gordon McRae mentioned last week's show, he was just referring specifically to our facial reactions while we were playing those best-selling rock and roll records.
That's right, panel, and you too, Mr. M. You didn't seem to me to have the
proper appreciation for the gentle art of rock and roll singing. So I'm going to remedy that tonight by teaching you and the panel, Gary, you on the panel, how to sing a rock and roll song.
Very good.
I'm going to try.
This may be one case where the cure is worse than the disease. However, if Gordon is willing to teach, the panel and I are willing to learn. Ladies and gentlemen of the panel, you will find stools out center with books on them bearing your names. The two girls are over here on this side. The two boys are on the other side.
Right.
And I'll go stand in the middle, Gordon, huh?
All right, Gary, but you don't get lost because you have a very important part.
Oh, I do. I'm good. All right.
Now, panel, the main thing with rock and roll singing is not the understanding of all the lyrics that they write, you know?
No.
The main thing with rock and roll singing is to get the proper sounds. And once you learn the proper sounds, why, then you've practically got it made. Now, for instance, I'll start with Bess and you lovely star.
I'm Betsy.
Betsy, what'd you play this summer in Framingham somewhere? You were
Oh,
wonderful.
yes, all over.
Anyhow, there's one, to start our little thing, there's one word that you have to learn. Norman will play the melody, and that is most important. The word is ya.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you do it. I do a sort of a downbeat. You go, and you go, ya. Let me hear that now.
Now, who does it? Both
Both
of
of you and
right.
you and Bess, Betsy
It's
and Bess,
beautiful.
the two
All right.
B's. One. A
Yeah, yeah.
little more voice.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. But you know, the teenagers, they do it a little higher. Like Mickey.
Yeah.
That's it. That's rock and roll.
A little higher. A little more nasal. So I sing one line like ba 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 ba. And now, lads, you have a very important. Yours is full of words and sounds. Very important thing called shooby dooby dop. And when I sing the next song, I go ba 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 ba. You go one shooby dooby dop. Are you sure that they've got their part? And here you go. Shooby dooby dop. One. Shooby dooby dop. Come on, Henry. Mine is Bob. I said Bob. Shooby. Excuse me. That's my fault. Shooby dooby Bob. One. Shooby dooby dop. Let's do it maybe a little more like Louis Prima. Shooby dooby dop. Shooby dooby dop.
Every woman wants beautiful brows, so
That sounds a little sissy to me. You got to put a little more guts to it.
We got to move it along.
All right.
We get the song in.
Now the important. There's one little part where you go hum, and when you hum, you just close your lips. Henry, you can't do that. That'll be hard for you. Hum. When you hum, and then there's one very important part. So the second part of the song, you go 8 ya-yas. The girls start at first. Ya. And then the boys go ya. Okay, let me hear that. Come on. Ya. Shooby, man.
Oh, you're a ya-ya. Hey, over to the ya-ya house.
Oh. Now, wait a minute. Now, there's one more vital part, and that is, Gary, you are my echo.
Your echo?
One day I sing, one day I sing a sign that says, "Will you take down my signals?" And you're the echo. You go, signal. Signal. A little sissy, a little lower, I think.
Signal.
And then you have one more very important line. I say, "Will you bring my Conway Twitty?" And you have to echo there too.
What? Here's that.
Wait a minute, this is very serious now. You have to repeat Twitty.
Twitty.
Now we'll have a little rehearsal here with Norman, and we'll just see what we can do. If tomorrow they would choose me. No, ya.
Right there. Okay.
Once more. If tomorrow they would choose me to be the next man in space. Okay, and I had to leave behind me. A little more breath there, Pat. The entire human race. To keep from being lonely, I'd ask them only if they would let me bring my record to the moon. Let me send down my signal. Oh, let me take my high five.
me bring my record. Oh, my darling. Oh, let me bring my record. Grab me one last week. My Conway pretty. All right with me. And if you say that I cannot be Lion Space and not break any records. Lion Space and not break any records. Lion Space and not break any If that one any teenage friends, they must make friends awful easy. That's all I can say.
Maybe I was the wrong guy. I'm a little square for this kind of stuff.
No, I know you got to get over the Waldorf for the show. My love to Sheila. A large hand of thanks to Gordon McRae. Thank you. We'll be right back with you right after this important message.
Got a comb and self-styling adorn? With a little pull, you can do the adorn stretch. Up, down, out, in. Do the adorn stretch.
A simple trick like stretching is positively catching. We promise you look fetching
when you do the adorn stretch. Only Adorn has the formula, the hairspray that lets you stretch your hair into shape. It really works. Watch. Stretch in one direction, comb once the opposite way. Stretch out, comb in. A standout that stays out with Adorn. Now for a big, beautiful bang. Stretch down, comb up, down, up. Make your hairstyle stretch into shape and shine like this. Get regular or red label Adorn for extra hold and do the Adorn stretch. Up, down, out, in. Do the Adorn.
Are you struggling?
Friends, tune in next week at the same time when we are going to feature Henry and Bill in some of the fine hit songs that were hits when they were kids. Way down upon the Swanee River, and good tunes like that.
Old dog,
Old Dog Tray. And so until next week, speaking for all of us, and be very kind to each other, will you? And shooby-dooby-da.
Watch Danny Thomas and his gang tonight on most of these stations. I've Got a Secret has been brought to you tonight by Green Whip, the Whip Sunday, with country fresh flavor from General Foods. This is John Cannon speaking.